Hey everyone, it's David at Finish Line Factory, and I'm here at the PGA National for the Palm event, and I was actually at Sebring a few hours ago. I actually left Sebring, went home to take a shower, and went straight here. So let's go check this out. This is a Ferrari. I think this is a Ferrari 330. It's a Jag E-Type coupe and a convertible. 993. 911. Let's get Austin Healey. Austin Healey Roadster. This is actually pretty fun. Here's another, looks like a 964. 964 911. Let's get 356. Ferrari Dino. And oh gosh, you know what? I don't know which car this is. I forgot. Let me check the badge. This is a. Okay, it doesn't say it on the badge. There's no badge here right now. It's probably from like the 60s or 70s. I don't think it's a Mondial, no. Hey guys, what car is this?
It's a Daytona.
It's a Daytona. Okay, that's what I thought. Ferrari Daytona. I think it's V12. It's got 2 oil filters. Look at that.
So the seat has
I've never seen any car with 2 oil filters in it.
Yeah, but you know what? But I'm going to tell you, they were a lot of fun to drive.
Wow.
We have this.
Here's a classic Volvo. 1800S. Look at that. Swedish luxury. And this is a Ferrari 400i. This is what I was thinking of initially. This is perhaps a more modern version of the Daytona. You know, modern in relative means. It's got pop-up headlights. Some cool cars out here. Dodge Viper. There's another 458 in Giada Modena, yellow. There's also Pantera, and a Pantera GTS in red. Look at that. Let's see, this is a Triumph, I think, Triumph TR250. Look at this. F430. I see it's got I don't know if any of these are upgraded. Yeah, that's one. Capristo exhaust. Titanium exhaust, carbon fiber intakes. This is a Ferrari BB 512i. These are really rare. So, I forgot what BB stands for, Berlinetta Boxer. I forgot what the 512 could be, like 5 valves per cylinder, 12 cylinder, and the I stands for injection, like fuel injection. So, these are very underrated. I saw a BB 400i once at a dealership. Very few were imported. What's this thing? It's got, well, it wears an Austin Healey badge. So this is some kind of Austin Healey Roadster. It's got a 4-cylinder. Look at the rake on this windshield. As a matter of fact, I think the windshield is designed to collapse. Yeah. So you have a little more wind in your face. And I'm not sure what this is. It says Fiat Abarth, so this could be some kind of Fiat race car, but I have no idea what it is. This is pretty cool.
I had to say the video you made from Boca Raton was great.
Oh yeah?
I watched it many times over.
Oh, thank you.
And had to tell you, you did such a fantastic job. We were 2 cars down from the Model T, that black touring car.
Oh, yeah?
That I went home and actually bought one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I thought the
Oh, is that a Model T?
that's it. Yeah.
That's a Model T.
That's our car. So this Model T is a lot different than the touring model that we bought. This is a 1920 Ford Model T Speedster, the iconic number 5 race car.
Okay.
This is from California. This raced in races such as the Santa Clara Endurance
It's
Race.
not even recognizable as a Model T.
I know, it's so much. Is to be where, actually, when Henry Ford got into racing in 1909, shortly after the Model T was developed,
Right.
he actually raced it for just 3 short years.
Okay.
Because it dominated so well, they started to mess with him. And what they decided to do is when he tried to get it into the Indianapolis 500 in
Right.
1913, they told him that he would have to add 1,000 pounds of weight to the car.
1,000 pounds of
1,000
weight.
pounds of weight
Back
to a car
then.
like this. Back then, because he was dominating
Wow.
the racing circuit. This car, in particularly speaking, is directly an ascendant of those cars that he was building back then. They were very
Jeez.
lightweight.
And is this like an original helmet?
That's leather helmet, safety first.
Wow.
As we say, safety first.
Leather helmets.
Leather helmets, absolutely. So this
And-
car's interesting thing is it's got a Warfel secondary gearbox, and that gearbox matched to the back of the planetary transmission that Henry Ford developed for Model Ts.
Right.
Gives you a 3-speed gearbox. That 3-speed gearbox gives you an underdrive, direct drive, and overdrive.
Okay.
Which that overdrive.
Oh yeah, right. That
Yeah,
diagram right there.
Exactly. Gives this car the ability to go to about 75 miles an hour top speed.
Oh wow.
Which is basically doubling the speed of a Model T back then.
Wow.
And
Okay.
that's why he dominated so well when he developed cars like this to race in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
And that's why they told him that he had to add 1,000 pounds because it's all about gearing and making the car lightweight. It
Right.
actually beat
What the hell?
Blitz and Benz when it raced at that race in Detroit. The Blitz and Benz had a time that was just under 60 seconds. He had a time at the Detroit Oval at 1911, somewhere thereabouts, that he actually did it in 50 seconds.
Wow.
So that's when they realized that they didn't want him to be in there without that extra 1,000 pounds. And he actually stopped racing at that point and didn't get back into racing until the 1950s.
Wow. Wow.
So
Yeah.
what you see here is basically what happened afterwards. A lot
So this
of
is
individuals
Ford's pre-50s racing
Exactly.
racing heritage.
This is what would be considered the best example of grassroots racing. Guys
Wow.
went out and picked the Model T as
Look at
their
this.
car
This
to do.
leather straps. Is this all original or
Yes,
is
sir.
this?
The whole car, what you
Wow.
see right here, is all primarily original. My wife and I had to do a small restoration to it. Not too bad. A lot of the motor had to get repainted.
Right.
Because this about 4 years ago, this car was found in a barn in a Virginia
Oh, wow.
chicken farm. Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting. So
Wow,
it sold
so
at auction.
Leather straps holding down the hood.
Yeah,
There's
holding down the
wood
hood.
in the frame.
It's got the old water pump you can see right there. Henry Ford developed that water pump to be placed on 1,000 1927 Ts for the
Yeah.
development of the 1928 Model A's that were coming in.
And what's this here?
Okay, so what we have here is an emergency brake.
Okay.
And that holds the car in the position that you see right here. The
Right.
pumping system is interesting because what you have here is to pressurize the fuel tank. You would
Right.
pump this up to about 3 or 4 pounds. It would pressurize this fuel tank back here.
Okay.
And that would feed the fuel up to the carburetor.
Oh, that's right, because we didn't have fuel pumps back
It
then.
was gravity
So
fed.
it had to be gravity fed and pressure driven. So you had to let the
Yes.
pressure differential
Yep.
move the fuel to the
Yes.
engine.
Because really, traditionally, Model Ts, and back in that day, they had a header tank. The fuel tank was in
Right.
front of there, and it gravity fed down. But when it was placed into a Speedster configuration, you actually had to have some measure of pressure on it. The other interesting thing is this is an oil pumping system.
Really?
That was created, yes, because Model Ts basically had a splash and cup system,
Right.
and it would just splash all the oil up and around the inside of the engine. What this is, you would actually pressurize that tank running up there. That's about a 2-quart capacity.
Okay.
And what that would do is that would feed that line all the way up to that front bearing.
Oh, wow.
Because this car is basically built to race. So it
Right.
actually has higher RPMs. So it would need that front bearing to be satisfied much more than
Right.
just the internal
Right.
bearing systems. Or,
Wow.
the internal.
So you would have had to do this while you were driving?
Exactly.
You had to manually pump your fuel.
Yes.
And manually pressurize the oil tank.
At the same time.
And manually adjust your ignition and spark
correct.
advance
Yeah.
while you were driving
Yes.
this tin can,
Yeah.
which is basically what it is, at 75 miles an hour.
Yes, exactly.
That's
It's
nuts.
great, ain't it?
That's
And
crazy.
You know about you did the story down there with the Model T touring, which I so was
Right.
gratified to see you did such a great job with Boca. But you know how these things work is your throttle mechanism is up here, and your braking system is where your gas pedal would have normally been
Right.
in a regular car. Your center pedal
Oh,
is your reverse.
your throttle is up here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's your throttle, and you got your timing advance, like you said, where your blinkers would normally be.
Right.
But the pedals on the floor itself.
That's for your brakes.
Yes, the first pedal to the right, where our gas pedal would normally be, is your brake. The second pedal is your reverse pedal, and your far pedal is your clutch pedal. And your clutch pedal has to be basically pressed all the way down for it to engage the planetary transmission, which is your low band, and then your high band is through the center. So the clutch is engaged in the neutral position in the center.
Wow.
So that's kind of an interesting thing.
This isn't
The early rendition of a Holley carburetor on here too. That's
Oh,
a Holley.
wow.
That's a Holley carburetor right
This
there.
is nuts. And this is the exhaust. It just
That's the exhaust. It's
and then
one solid, open 3.5-inch header pipe.
it works.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you for stopping. I appreciate it. I love your work. You do a great job.
Thank you. Here's a little moke.
You've got a business. You want to advertise that business.
I don't think this is a
You're gonna
classic car. I
have
think this is actually.
X number of impressions.
This could be
every
like a
single
modern
day. It
car, and
cycles
they-
every 4 minutes. So it's
I think the moke is like kind of like a golf cart, and they style it like a classic car, but it's actually a modern design. But I could be wrong.
So they can see it night and day.
Okay, so this is an Austin.
It's a stunning display.
Maybe this is like an Austin Healey.
By, this billboard, you know it, you've seen it.
Look at this. This is beautiful.
So if you've got a business,
Wooden seats,
advertise, this is the perfect opportunity for you.
blue cloth,
It's a $4,000
wooden floorboard.
value.
This would be nice for like cruising at beach or something, you know.
$1,000. Right here, Sydney. Thank you.
TT Lizzie Bell. I don't know if you can see that. TT Lizzie B. Okay. It's pretty cool. And then over here, this is a Ferrari. Oh gosh, this is a. Oh man, this is a very nice car. Check this out. This is a Ferrari. Hold on, I gotta get this right. I'm gonna ask about this car real quick. Thank you. Okay, so I spoke with a couple of guys. They said that this is a. This is not a NART. So a NART is, I think, like North American Racing something. What this supposedly is a 275 that was modified a little bit to look like a NART. Think of it like a replica. But it's got beautiful. Look at this Ferrari V12. Again, 2 oil filters. I guess for extra filtering. Look at this. 6 Weber carburetors. Can you imagine trying to balance 6 carburetors? It's difficult enough doing it with 2 carburetors. And look at the mechanism for controlling the throttles. Each of these has to be adjusted properly.
And
Oh
$400
my gosh.
sold to Palm Beach Classics and Sydney Mello.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
All right, how about Palm Beach car?
It's got,
We got car guys in here, right?
let's see, one mirror here.
Been on one of these car
Take a look at the
rides?
inside. You got a little fire extinguisher there.
It's amazing.
Gated shifter. Let's see if I can get close to that. And the wooden steering wheel. Small seat. I don't think I would fit in that. What else we got? This is a really beautiful looking car. Look at the fuel tank filler cap right there in the middle.
All right, Palm Beach karting. The value
Right
of
there,
that
the roll hoop.
is $160.
This is really nice. It even has cutouts in the fender
It's karting.
for relieving the high pressure air that builds up behind the tire and wheel.
Right over here. Thank you.
This is really freaking
How
nuts.
about $100? Can I get a bid for $100? This is a $160 value for Palm Beach karting.
This is so.
I got 80.
This is insane.
I got 80
Seeing all this
going
stuffed up in here.
I got
This
$100
powerful V12.
All right, I got
Cool.
a bid for 120. 120. This is a $160 value. Either way, you're getting out of
Very
this
nice.
thing pretty clean.
All right, guys, that's it for this video. I'm actually leaving a little bit early. I checked out all the cars that were here and went around at least twice and talked to some buddies. But I'm actually leaving a little early to go to Detail Fest, which is at the Palm Beach Convention Center, I think. And I've actually heard there's Ken Block's going to be there doing autograph signing. So I'll see if I can at least catch that for a second. So If you like that, hit subscribe, and be sure to hit like. And if you have some suggestions or something, leave me a comment. See you guys. Bye.